Trish Stratus, one of the biggest icons in WWE history, a 7-time women's champion, a trailblazer, and a legend who changed women's wrestling forever. But with fame comes rumors. And throughout her career, Trish Stratus has been linked, both publicly and privately, to multiple WWE superstars. But how many of these relationships were real? How many were just on-screen storylines? And how many were pure fan-made fantasy? Today, we dive deep into the truth. This is the real story behind the WWE wrestlers who were rumored to date Trish Stratus, and what actually happened behind the scenes. WWE wrestlers who dated Trish Stratus, the truth behind the rumors. To understand the rumors, we need to understand the woman behind the character. Trish Stratus wasn't just a pretty face or a diva of the early 2000s. She was smart, focused, professional, and extremely private. Even before joining WWE, Trish was already a star in the fitness industry. And unlike many superstars, she walked into WWE with a clear goal: be successful, without mixing her personal life with her professional world. But wrestling fans, they were obsessed with pairing her with male superstars. And that's where our first big rumor begins. It was 2003. WWE introduced one of the most entertaining romantic storylines of the Ruthless Aggression era. Chris Jericho and Christian made a bet over who could kiss their chosen diva first. Jericho's target, Trish Stratus. What started as a comedy angle suddenly became emotional. Jericho and Trish developed real on-screen chemistry. So real that fans and even some wrestlers backstage wondered if something more was happening. Backstage, Trish and Jericho were known to be friendly. They shared similar humor, were Canadian, respected the business, and often traveled in the same group during tour. But years later, both of them cleared the air. Jericho, in an interview, said, "I respected Trish too much to cross that line. It was all storyline, nothing more." Trish later said, "Chris is one of my closest friends in the business. That's all it ever was." So despite the chemistry, despite the fans shipping them, Jericho and Trish Stratus were never a real couple. Then came Christian, Jericho's partner-turned-rival in the storyline. The moment Christian injured Trish in the storyline and took her to the hospital, social media exploded. Fans thought it was a hint at a secret relationship. But again, zero truth. One former WWE writer said that Trish and Christian were polite colleagues, but not close friends outside of work. Trish herself once joked, "The only love triangle was the one between me, Chris, and the writing team." She laughed. But the fans, they didn't stop speculating. Next, the rumor that refused to die. In 2001, Trish Stratus teamed with The Rock in a short but memorable storyline. Their backstage kiss became one of WWE's most replayed romantic moments. After that kiss, the internet went crazy. Rumors everywhere. They're secretly dating. They're hooking up backstage. Rock left his wife because of Trish. All nonsense. Multiple people close to The Rock have confirmed he never dated any WWE women during his first run. And Trish, she said in an interview many years later, "It was one kiss part of the script. Dwayne was always respectful, that's it." So this one, 100% fan-made fiction. In 2000, young Trish Stratus played the role of a tempting manager, often flirting in storylines with top male stars. One of them was Kurt Angle. Their interactions were flirtatious, playful, and full of chemistry. Fans believed there was something real happening. But again, no. Kurt Angle admitted in his book, "I barely knew Trish outside of work. She was friendly and very professional." Of all the storylines Trish did, Her angle with Vince McMahon in 2001 caused the biggest rumors. People began speculating that Trish got her push because Vince was attracted to her. But Trish addressed this years later. "I was a 24-year-old performer. I trusted Vince's vision for my character. That storyline got me over and taught me a lot." WWE producers confirmed it was just business. Nothing romantic, nothing backstage. With all these rumors, storylines, and fan fantasies, there's only one confirmed real relationship in Trish Stratus' life. Ron Fisico. They met in high school, dated long before she became famous, stayed together during her entire WWE career. He wasn't a wrestler. He didn't chase fame. He supported her dreams. When Trish retired in 2006, she married Ron Fisico in a beautiful ceremony. Many WWE stars attended. They're still together today, with 2 kids, and a life far away from rumors and wrestling drama. Why didn't Trish date any wrestlers? Several reasons. 1, she was already taken. She entered WWE with a long-term boyfriend. 2, she kept her personal life private. Unlike many divas of the era, Trish wasn't seen in party circles. 3, she treated WWE like a career, not a dating pool. Co-workers respected her professionalism. 4, she didn't want distractions. Trish once said, "If I dated a wrestler, the drama would overshadow my work. I wanted the focus on my performance." So after decades of rumors, here's the truth. Trish Stratus never dated any WWE wrestler. Not Jericho, not Christian, not The Rock, not Kurt Angle, not anyone. All the supposed relationships came from storylines, on-screen kisses, and fan imagination. The only man she ever committed to was Ron Fisico, a normal guy, her high school sweetheart, her husband, and maybe that's what made Trish Stratus such a unique legend. She stayed focused on her craft. She refused to let rumors define her. And she built a legacy that goes far beyond romantic headlines. This was the truth behind the WWE wrestlers who dated Trish Stratus, or didn't.